Welcome to the Unboxx Business Podcast. Today we are discussing why universities that spend more on marketing are not always enrolling more students.
This is a very real concern. Many universities are increasing their marketing budgets, but admissions numbers are not growing in the same proportion.
Exactly. On the surface, it looks like a marketing problem, but when you look deeper, it is usually a system problem.
I agree, because leads are coming in, campaigns are running, but somewhere between inquiry and admission, things start to break.
That gap is where most institutions struggle. They assume that more spending will fix the issue, but without a structured system, more leads simply create more chaos.
And teams feel that pressure. Admission teams are handling hundreds of inquiries, but follow-ups become inconsistent. Some students get multiple calls, while others get none.
Right, and inconsistency directly impacts conversion. If a student does not receive timely and relevant communication, interest drops very quickly.
Also, expectations from leadership are high. When budgets increase, there is an assumption that results will automatically improve.
But marketing does not work in isolation. It is only one part of a larger journey. From first click to final admission, there are multiple stages that need to be connected.
That is where I feel most institutions miss the clarity. They are running ads, doing social media, investing in search, but these efforts are not working together.
Exactly, it becomes a fragmented approach. Each channel performs individually, but there is no unified system guiding the student journey.
So the problem is not just lead quality.
Not always. Lead quality matters, but even high-quality leads can fail to convert if the system is weak.
That makes sense because I have seen cases where good leads are generated but response time is slow. By the time the team connects, the student has already moved on.
Speed is critical. Today's students expect instant responses. If the first interaction is delayed, the probability of conversion drops significantly.
And manual processes make it worse. Teams rely on spreadsheets, calls, and reminders. It becomes difficult to manage at scale.
That is why a structured admission system becomes essential. It is not about adding more effort. It is about designing the flow correctly.
Can you break that down a bit? What does a structured system actually look like?
It starts with clarity of roles across channels. Advertising generates demand. Search engine optimization builds long-term discovery. Social media creates engagement and trust.
And then comes credibility. Students and parents look at reviews before making decisions.
Absolutely. Reviews act as social proof. They influence perception even before direct interaction begins.
What about the campus experience? That also plays a big role.
Yes, and that is where virtual tools come in. They help students experience the campus remotely, especially in the early stages of decision making.
So each element has a specific role, but the real question is, how do they connect?
That is the key. These elements should not operate in silos. They need to be integrated into a single journey.
And follow-up becomes the backbone of that journey.
Exactly. This is where many institutions struggle. After a lead is generated, the follow-up process is often manual and inconsistent.
Which leads to missed opportunities. Some students require multiple touchpoints before they make a decision.
Correct. And this is where automation plays an important role. For example, instant responses through artificial intelligence calling systems ensure that no lead is left unattended.
That also reduces dependency on manual effort. Teams can focus on meaningful conversations instead of repetitive tasks.
And when follow-ups are timely and personalized, the student feels guided rather than chased.
I like that distinction. Guided, not chased. It changes the entire experience.
Exactly. Then comes the role of video testimonials. Real student experiences build trust and reduce hesitation.
So if we look at the entire flow, it is not about one channel performing better, it is about how all channels work together.
Yes, when integrated properly, ads bring attention, search builds visibility, social creates trust, reviews add credibility, virtual tools create connection, and follow-up ensures continuity.
And that continuity is what converts interest into admission.
Precisely. Without continuity, even strong marketing efforts lose impact.
So when universities increase their budgets without fixing the system, they are only increasing the volume, not the outcome.
That is the core issue. More input does not guarantee better output if the system is not designed to handle it.
And over time, this creates frustration. Teams feel they are working hard, but results are unpredictable.
which leads to confusion at the leadership level as well. There is spending, there is activity, but there is no clear visibility of what is actually driving admissions.
So the real transformation happens when institutions move from fragmented efforts to a connected system.
Yes, from manual follow-ups to automated engagement, from random interactions to structured journeys, from isolated channels to integrated experiences.
And from uncertainty to clarity in decision-making.
Exactly. When the system is clear, every stage becomes measurable and manageable.
So, in simple terms, the problem is not that universities are spending more. The problem is where and how that effort is being structured.
That is a very important point. Spending more without structure often amplifies inefficiencies.
And fixing the system can sometimes improve results even without increasing the budget.
Absolutely, because efficiency improves, conversion improves, and overall experience improves.
So, if we were to summarize, what are the key takeaways?
First, marketing alone does not drive admissions. It is the system behind marketing that matters.
Second, fragmented efforts across channels lead to inconsistent outcomes.
And third, a connected and structured approach creates predictability and better conversion.
That brings an important question for listeners.
Yes, when leads are coming in but admissions are not increasing, is the issue really marketing or is it the system behind it?
That is something every institution needs to reflect on.
Absolutely, because the difference between effort and outcome often lies in the system design.